a place to stay, including the engineers, the high income jobs. So if you look at Penang over the last 6 years, how much have we attracted over the last 6 years? From 2008 to 2013, we have attracted 40 billion ringgit. As compared to the previous 6 years of 21 billion ringgit. So this is an increase of 90% compared to the previous period. And at the same time, if you look at the number of investments we have managed to attract compared to the cost of attracting them, this is where CAT governance comes in, CAT governance comes in. How much do we spend for our investments mission overseas to get 40 billion ringgit compared to the cost of getting 21 billion ringgit over the previous 6 years, from 2002 to 2007. In 2002 to 2007, to get 21 billion, they spent 5.3 million ringgit in terms of cost to go overseas for investment promotion. From 2008 to 2013, we spent to get 40 billion, 90% more than the previous 6 years. We spent only 2.8 billion ringgit. That means we get 90% better results, but we save and cut the cost by 90%. I think that is the difference in terms of CAT governance. If the state government can do that, I'm sure you all can do that lah. Property developers and private sector are much more efficient. So all these building charges, all these subsidy lah. Isn't it? It's only about cost containment and cost control. You don't ask me, you don't expect me to go and give you advice how to do cost containment and cost control. I think you are better accountants than me in terms of cutting down costs. And we believe, and I'm sure that you know, through our CAT governance, we have put these amounts to good use. We don't have income tax. I agree when Jerry said this should be spent through income tax. But state government don't have income tax. Income tax goes to the federal government. Federal government should be doing this, but if they're not doing this, what do we do? Do we go and sit down and twiddle your thumbs and not do anything? No, we cannot sit idly by. We must act, and we must act now. And that's why we have put investments, put money in terms of building roads, expanding roads, and building new infrastructure. You can see that Penang, even though the number of cars, I know traffic congestion is one big problem. It's not a problem that you can resolve by 500 million ringgit. It's a problem that needs 27 billion ringgit. And you know the tender just closed on the 16th of February for 27 billion ringgit public transport master plan. So we are putting it to good use. 27 billion, oh my friend. We didn't ask you to contribute 27 billion. We don't even ask you to contribute 2.7 billion. We never even ask you to contribute 270 million. But yet the state government is coming up with 27 billion in order to resolve our public transport problems once and for all. We are going for the big bang approach. And if we succeed by 2030, I'm sure these problems will resolve and the prospect and the future of Penang is assured until 2050. So the public transport master plan is important. Yes, we can build affordable housing, but if you can ensure connectivity all over the island, rest assured, Penang will on for 50 years. Go Jack ni hello on, hang on what? Thank you. With 2050, that is what we are looking at. But of course, you must have correct information. That's why I mentioned just correct information. Sometimes look at Facebook lah. You get correct information. And I don't have to go through the Penang Public Transport Master Plan. We have said that enough. I think probably Wabi Chow will be expanding on that on Monday. I'll let him talk about this. But this is a very bold approach. We have decided we go for broke. We decided go for the big bang. Don't just do a little bit here, do a little bit there. You end up being neither here nor there. Go for the big bang. Public transport, rail, road, water, everything one go. I always believe that you want to do, you better have the courage to do. 愛做就敢敢做啊，對冇？愛做就敢敢做，愛行就敢敢行，唔敢想啊。And only then can we find a solution. Don't be scared lah. And in the process of being boldly finding solution, I'll get hammered. I will get hammered, left, right, center. Doesn't matter, hammer lah. If the hammer is there, I fall, I will pick myself up and will still go straight on ahead. Because only when you keep on going straight on ahead, then you will ensure the future of Penang. We are not going to allow these people to prevent or to stop the future of Penang, especially when we are fighting so hard for our children. Then of course you talk about the public transport master plan. You are looking forward to electric train service linking KL to Butterworth. Hopefully it will be operational by July this year, where a total of 10 new sets will be running in stages by January 2016. And if this works, you know, not just Ipoh KL, Butterworth KL, including if we can link Butterworth, then you will be, I think, good news. But that one, I think you wait for some time for us to make further announcements on this effort. So I'm proud to say that you have all contributed, including the developers, together with the people of Penang, 1.6 million people, have contributed towards the transformation of Penang into a vibrant city, full of activities and festivals ranging from arts and culture to international entertainment and exhibitions. I'm sure you have your friends coming here and telling you, Penang is indeed getting more and more beautiful, isn't it? When I visit, when I go around and I see people from outstation, or even those who come back to Penang, they always say that they see the changes every time we return, and it's always getting better and better. Now we know we still got to do a lot of work. We have to work harder, but at least you can see the improvements happening every day. And it may cost you a little bit of money, but finally you should ask yourself whether you get value for money. I make no apologies, Jerry. I make no apologies. Because if we do not invest in infrastructure, and we cannot expect you to do it alone, we do it together. If we do not invest in infrastructure, then we lose the future. We cannot lose the future. And because we do not want to lose the future, we are adopting the big bang approach towards resolving our transportation problems. We are building public affordable housing to make sure that everyone who works hard, those who work hard, will be able to realize their dream to own a home, and most important of all, to build a future with good education, with sound education, based on science and technology. I think that is crucial for our children's future. So we hope that we can support this effort by the government. And don't forget that despite that slowdown, I think Penang, we also have the tourist sector to help us. If not for the tourism sector, I think the situation will be even worse. The tourism sector has well help at least some of the businesses so that they can reduce their losses. And we're looking forward to SPICE. When SPICE is completed next year, completed in 2017. In the first quarter of 2017, I'm sure I'm certain there will be even greater demand. Because we have business travelers here, we will have a new clientele to introduce Penang to them, and I believe that this will attract this segment of the tourism market, but also create business and employment opportunities that will further spur the demand for the property market. I want to also echo the call made by Jerry Chan, Dr. Jerry Chan, to the federal government, especially the Housing and Local Government Ministry, please don't sacrifice or don't victimize housing developers by denying them license, advertising permit and developer license. Only Penang has been targeted. They have not been able to get the APDLs approved. I've heard that out of 60, only 10 got approval. The other 50 are still waiting. Now, for whatever reason, I think targeting the developers for non-technical reasons is not only unprofessional. It is not only unprofessional, it is completely an injustice. And we hope that they will do the necessary, behave professionally, because, you know, when you cannot justify your actions, people will feel that this shows that you have lost the plot. You do not know how to implement some policies. So this is to the ministry, that they cannot just target and discriminate Penang by refusing or withholding the approvals of APDL. But at the same time, we also hope that the Bank Negara and the Finance Ministry can heed the cries of many low-income groups for loan approvals. And it's just not in Penang. It is everywhere in Malaysia. I met the president of Radar Malaysia, Dato' Sri Iskandar Fateh, isn't it? He also was complaining about loans. Bank Negara not giving loans or not approving loans to low-income groups. So many of these low-cost houses, low-middle-cost houses cannot be sold. Not because there are no buyers, a lot of buyers, but then many cannot get loans because Bank Negara refused to give loans. But then what NDB can get loans? Yeah.